I will thank you, God, for the gift of life. I will thank you, God, for the gift of life. I will receive your presence now. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. I will receive your presence now. I will thank you, God, for the gift of love. I will thank you, God, for the gift of love. I will thank you, God, for the gift of love. I will receive your presence now. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. I will receive your presence now. I will thank you, God, for the gift of breath. I will thank you, God, for the gift of breath. I will thank you, God, for the gift of breath. I will receive your presence now. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. I will receive your presence now. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. I will receive your presence now. I will thank you, God, for my friends of KZOOM. I will thank you, God, for my friends of KZOOM. I will thank you, God, for my friends of KZOOM. I will receive your presence now. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. Modani lifanecha. I will receive your presence now. Hello, KZOOMers. So Rachmil is in the next room. He can hear us. He can hear me. He can feel you. And he's resting comfortably after having meniscus knee surgery, fixing a couple of tears in his knee, and all is well. But it's a process. It's a process. So he's on his way into healing. So I'm hoping that this KZOOM will be a healing solve for him. And actually, when I chant to him, he starts crying. He just starts crying when I chant to him. So I think it could happen again. So the theme of this week's KZOOM has to do with something that I sometimes I call it the ground. What's it called? Like there's a figure and there's a ground. In all of life, there's a figure and ground. The figure is what calls our attention, really. Like it's like the stuff of life. It's everything that happens is the figure. But there is the ground, which is, a shift of our perception that says, oh, there's the ground, there's sometimes it's called the background, but actually it holds us and it holds everything. And so it is, in my spiritual practice, I feel like I want to tune into the ground, which is the ground of being, which is the context in which all of this life happens. And if I can connect myself to that larger context, then what happens is I won't be overwhelmed by whatever figure appears in my sight, because I have that connection to the ground of being, which is God. And so so the practice that really is sending me from the love of the center is a practice that I call in his shade. And it just describes kind of this sense of reality itself being a beneficent force. And it says, in his shade, I delight to sit, tasting his sweet fruit. So the sweet fruit is actually, the reality itself. And that tree is the tree of life that is connecting us to the infinite. And we lean back into that tree. And as a desert people, shade means life, really. So we receive that life-giving shade and we bask in it. So what I wanted to focus on is, what does it mean to bask, to taste that essential goodness of life itself, and to explore the mystery or the possibility of satisfaction. Those are the keys that I'm kind of looking to turn to tonight. So, one of the phrases that Abraham Joshua Heschel said that really just stays with me all the time, he says, just to be is holy, just to be. And I think he's referring to this ground of being, and that when we tune into it, the simple sort of gift of existence is what holds us and lifts us up out of our just being stuck in our predicament or our small identity. And I want to also, just before we chant these words from the Song of Songs, I want to bring this this one paragraph from the book of Proverbs, from chapter 8, which is an amazing text. And it's a text that's spoken from wisdom, who's kind of like the goddess. And she says, I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently shall find me. Riches and honor belong to me, enduring wealth and justice. My fruit is better than gold, better than fine gold, and my produce is better than fine silver. I walk on the way of righteousness, on the paths of justice. I bequeath those who love me existence itself. I will fill them with treasures. I bequeath those who love me existence itself. And the word that I translate as existence itself is yesh. Oh, too bad yesh is not here, but yesh, which is, it is, the isness. And we can receive that gift of being itself, and that will fill us with treasures if we do that. But we have to kind of relax and lean back into a sense of that, that tree of life that is so strong and holds us. And so the more supported we feel, the more we can relax. And if we can't relax, we actually don't receive the support. So it's a little bit of a conundrum. So let's chant these words in a shade. I delight to sit, tasting his sweet fruits. You could just imagine Rachmel's voice chanting with us. B'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti b'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti b'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti b'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti ufiryo matok lechiki ufiryo matok lechiki ufiryo matok lechiki ufiryo matok lechiki b'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti b'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti b'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti b'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti ufiryo matok lechiki ufiryo matok lechiki ufiryo matok lechiki ufiryo matok lechiki b'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti b'tzilo chimad'ti B'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti B'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti ufiryo matok lechiki ufiryo matok lechiki ufiryo matok lechiki ufiryo matok lechiki B'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti B'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti B'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti B'tzilo chimad'ti v'yashavti And his fruit was sweet to my taste And his fruit was sweet to my taste And his fruit was sweet to my taste And his fruit was sweet to my taste. So bring your attention to the breath and imagine that each breath is a delicious taste, a sweet fruit of our lives, and that life force just streaming in through the breath, energizing, nourishing, delighting, renewing each breath. And feel yourself kind of leaning back against that tree, feeling it hold you and connect you to the depths and to the heights. So to keep a constant awareness of the ground of being is called dveikut, which is kind of a connecting ourselves to the ground rather than only being sort of pulled here and there, to and fro by the the stuff of life, and so that there's it's identification with what's holding us and not just what is the kind of the roller coaster of the ups and downs of life. What is holding us through it all. And it's that tree, it's that breath, it's that ground that is supporting us through it. So it's not just about existence, it's about bringing awareness there. That's that's what kindles it. And so I found this teaching by Carl Jung that says, as far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. Is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. So kindling a light to me is about bringing consciousness, awareness, and enjoyment. Like that's the one of the keys is can I enjoy that sense of being, that sense of being held? Can I enjoy it? Can I lean into it? And can I find pleasure in it? So so the practice that I'd like to do to find that pleasure is one that comes from Psalm 36, and I call it the river of bliss. And it says v'nachal adanecha tashkaym. So adanecha has that word in it of Eden, which actually is delight, is bliss, is pleasure, that place of Eden. So it's saying it's from the river of your bliss. We're speaking to that mystery and saying from the river of that bliss, you will give them, which means us, drink. You will sate us. You will water us. You will, meet our thirst and fulfill us. So, but it's from the river of those Edenic streams. It's like straight from the source. There is this bliss that is flowing. And we as Kabbalists, and the word Kabbalah means to receive, we as Kabbalists will receive that river of bliss. And then the verse goes on to say, Ki Imcha mikor Chayyim, because with you is the source of life. So that source is flowing to me. And then I say it in the feminine. I say, Be'orech niray or, in your light we see light. In your light we see light. And and light in our tradition really is consciousness. So it's only in this heightened awareness is when we can receive that ground of being, or that river that flows from source into us and through us. So it's very rich pasuk, and I sing some of it in English too. But what I wanted to do is, we in the last practice, it's like it was the quality of air, of breathing in, and the quality of the fruit of it, tasting it, and so in this practice, it's like we are becoming liquefied in a sense. We're allowing it to pour into us and through us, and coming alive, because this is the source of life is coming into us. Did you hear that, Rachmiel? That's for you. So let's see if we can just close your eyes for a moment and just imagine a flow, and that the source of that flow is in Eden, the place of pure delight, of bliss, and it's flowing into us. So we are becoming receptive to that flow. Adanecha tashkaym, adanecha tashkaym. ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym כי עמך מכל חיים ביורך niray for with you is the source of life. In your light we see light. ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym כי עמך מכל חיים ביורך niray for with you is the source of life. In your life we see light. ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym כי עמך מכל חיים ביורך niray for with you is the source of life. In your light we see light. ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym ונאכל adanecha tashkaym כי עמך מכל חיים So with our awareness, with our pleasure, we are kindling light in the darkness of mere being. We are illuminating that ground of being so that we can lean into it, so that we can be nourished by it, so it can sustain us through everywhere we need to go. So this kind of a tasting of what, of this essence, this essential goodness. And I think about this idea of essential goodness, meaning there is a goodness, and inside that goodness, there's good and bad. There's difficult and easy. There's beautiful and hard. But holding it is this, this ground of being that is this essential goodness. And I think that's what, the creation story is sort of saying, when God says it is good, and we are very good. It's that essential goodness. And now that you know that essential goodness, you can kind of walk through these kind of, life with its surprises, landmines and other things that surprise us along the way, but always, with a sense of being held through it. So Khalil Gibran says, in one drop of water are found all of the secrets of all the oceans. One drop of water are found all the secrets of all the oceans. And one aspect of you are found all of the aspects of existence. And so that, just being able to just touch it, to touch that mystery within us, it gives us access to all of this mystery of Yesh, of existence itself. I like that. So, so what I find is essential to do this practice of connecting into the ground of being, that I need to be present, and I need to sort of notice where I am and what is happening in this very moment. So I wanted to bring for our practice a prayer that is the Shehechiyanu. It's the prayer of saying, of experiencing something for the very first time. And I like to think that if we were really awake, every moment would feel like a Shehechiyanu moment. We would know that this moment has never existed before, and it holds inside it, tremendous potential and great mystery, if we can show up for it. And the word Shehechiyanu is like saying, oh God, I have lived my whole life to get to this moment, Vakiyamanu, and I have somehow miraculously been sustained to get me here. And Vahigiyanu is like the sense of arrival. I have arrived. I have come home to myself, to you, God, to this present moment. Shehechiyanu lazman haZeh, which is this present moment, is a moment of homecoming. So that's the prayer, and we say the blessing in order to awaken us to this truth, and so that we can really taste it, really take it in, and to know that it's always changing. And so that's the English words that I add. Says, oh, mystery. Mystery is my favorite name of God. Oh, mystery. grace unfolding. There's something, just happening, last week I called it the blossoming, right? There's something happening. Grace is unfolding. And another name of God, oh, miracle. And I point to that miracle. It's you alone. Oh, mystery, grace unfolding. Oh, miracle, who brings us home. So home is right here in this present moment. And, it's sometimes seems like a long journey to get there, but that sense of arrival is of like, yes, here we are. Here we are, basking, ready to receive that taste of essential goodness, ready to be nurtured by life. So it is a two-part round, and so if when you get it, you can sing the other part while I'm singing the other part. Lazman haZeh it's you alone. How mystery, grace unfolding. How miracle, who brings us home. Shehechiyanu, lazman haZeh Shehechiyanu. that has brought you to this moment. And feel the life force that is sort of moving you. And sense that spirit that sustains you through it all. And then relax into a sense of arrival. You've made it. We've made it into this moment. After all we've been through, we made it here. We've come home. And then in celebration of that homecoming, we address ourselves to that great miracle, to that great mystery, and sense that there is a movement of awakening through us, which is grace. We are unfolding through all of the challenges of our lives, through all of the blessings. We are unfolding. We are expanding into our true breadth. lazman haZeh Shehechiyanu Close your eyes and again lean back into that sense of being held, that tree of life, basking in the sense of arrival. And it's so wonderful that we, when we come home, we find each other there. Like, oh, did I give you the key to my house? There you are. I come home and there you are. So you might want to just kind of look around the KZOOM room and say, oh, yeah, welcome. We're all coming home together. I'd like to take a look around, say, welcome home, welcome home. So, the last aspect of this exploration is really understanding what satisfaction is, because that's, into that place of satisfaction, we 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 can rest. We can rest in that, because there's something, of the way we are wired. It's kind of always reaching out for the next thing, and there's a kind of a restlessness of life that keeps us from receiving the fruit of this moment, that sweet fruit of existence, because we're sort of like saying, like, well, this is nice, but what else is there? It's like, and what am I missing? And and so it's really a practice to to come into this place of satisfaction. So before we do this last practice of satisfaction and its fruits, I just want to share with you this teaching from Swami Dayan Gitan, that says life is really very simple. In each moment, we have the opportunity to choose between saying yes or no, to listen to our intuition, to listen to our true inner voice, the existential voice within ourselves. When we say yes, we have contact with existence, and we receive nourishment, love, joy, support, and inspiration. When we say no, we create a separation from life and begin to create dreams and expectations of how it should be. We begin to live in the memories of the past and in the fantasies of the future, as if any other time than here and now really could make us happy and satisfied. It's a habit. It's a habit. We're looking into what might happen, and like sort of perseverating about what just did happen, and we won't find those fruits there, that sweet fruit there. So so this prayer from Psalm 90 says sab'einu ba'boker. So this is a kind of like a daily practice each morning. May that chasdecha, so may that loving kindness that is in that fruit of existence satisfy us every morning. It's like, that's the way I want to wake up. I want to wake up with a sense of satisfaction, of like, wow, this is, I am waking up to a flow of chesed, of loving kindness, of miracle. And then the best way to sustain that is to then express our gratefulness, our joy, our praise for that miracle. That's what keeps it in our sights, in our awareness. This practice that we're doing of praising, and so it says, and we will sing out in the ranana, and we will rejoice in for all our days. We'll make that our practice, the practice of rejoicing, enjoying, sanctifying the pleasure of existence. So so let's see if we can lift that possibility up, and maybe just imagine yourself waking up in the morning and laying in bed for a little bit, tuning in to that flow of chesed, of loving kindness that is pouring in, and saying, oh, as I receive it, it will become my song. It's going to move through me and come out as my song, both literally and figuratively. My joy. I want to express this each day. Somebody's got to be dancing to this. ונשמחה בכל ימינו, ונרננה ונשמחה בכל ימינו. So, KZOOMers, I wanted to thank you for your practice. Thank you for your practice. And to say that next week we are going to have a Hanukkah. We'll be in the light of Hanukkah. And so we're going to bring our Chanukiah and light it as part of our KZOOM. And anybody else who wants to do that, I know that, some people it's going to be like the next morning and too late and oily, but we can still bring the light in together. So yeah. So I invite you to stop by the website, give a little donation in honor of what you have received, rabbishefagol.com, and also take a look and see if there's some retreats you want to do in person that are coming up. And so that would be really great. And so I'm going to invite anybody who wants to stay for 10 minutes to stay for 10 minutes to just reflect on our practice, and what that, what the basking, tasting, exploring the mystery of satisfaction feels like for you. So anybody who needs to leave, we'll see you next week. And for those who can stay for 10 minutes, I'm going to put you in a breakout room, and you can, and I'll call you back in 10 minutes. No. Yes.